Welcome back to the debate. You know, Ms. Joshi, can I just explain what's happening to you? You see, Ms. Joshi, in the Congress party, nobody can criticize the Gandhis. But they want to criticize the Gandhis. So what do you do when you can't criticize the Gandhis? You criticize the inner circle. If the Gandhis are going to be smart, they will understand that this is actually a criticism of them. Because who knows the inner circle? Everybody knows the Gandhis. Are you not reading that? Ms. Joshi, this is not a criticism of the inner circle. This is a criticism of the indirect criticism of the Gandhis. Is it not?
Let me explain to you. They have already accepted that the party, as party leaders, the responsibility for this defeat.
Please, no.
Now they are our leaders, unquestioned leaders. And if the party is happy with them as the leaders, I do not understand why it should trouble you or anyone else in the
Because you're collapsing, you're faced a catastrophe, that's why.
We are a serious, there are so many reasons for this collapse. After all regional parties have been disseminated. The question is not like that. The question here is, we have to gather ourselves up, we have to understand internally, we will speak about the flaws, the shortcomings.
No, Ms. Joshi, what are you saying? And I'm just giving you some opportunities to think. You are rejecting all of them. No, one after the other, I'm giving you an opportunity to think. You're rejecting everything.
No, one second. Ritaji, hear from Kumar Ketkar. Ritaji, only one point. Congress is not defeated. Congress has surrendered. Congress did not give a fight. There was no Congress in the campaign. I am telling you, I am a journalist. I cover campaigns. I have been covering campaigns for the last 40 years. I have covered campaigns. I have covered Indira Gandhi's campaign of Garibi Hatao. I have covered Janata Party campaign. I have covered Indira Gandhi's return. This time Congress was not in the fight. Congress had given up the fight earlier. And that's why it lost. Congress actually did not lose. Congress surrendered the victory to BJP.
And this attack is not on some anonymous...
And that is exactly where the point is coming.
That is why, because Congress surrendered the victory, because Congress surrendered it to BJP, the question of leadership has come. The question of leadership has come because Congress surrendered without a fight.
And today, one after the other, people are beginning to break up. It's like you are really sitting there and fiddling while Rome is burning. Rome being the Congress party. Yes, you want to once again come in defense of the Congress.
Arnab, to cut the long story short, being a stakeholder in the UPA and being a part of the UPA, we gracefully accept the mandate of the people. We, being a part of the UPA, would like to apologize to the people if we failed to gain their trust. And we assure you that we'll bounce back. We'll win the confidence of the people. Again,
you're being an apologist for the Congress
party. We'll win the confidence of the people and we'll certainly bounce back in time to come. But let me tell you, having said that, let me also tell you, nothing tastes better than success. Jo jeeta, wahi Sikandar. Because when, after 1990...
Again, I told you, don't try pop philosophy on the program.
Just give me half a minute.
This is all pop Bollywood philosophy on the program.
Give me half a minute, I'll tell you what the philosophy is.
This is not some Bollywood
In 1999, when the Bharatiya Janata Party, along with 24 other alliance partners, formed the government, they were applauded. But when they lost in 2004, and 20 of their allies left them, and they were left with just 4 allies, I would like you to play the recordings of the media channels, how they had crucified the Bharatiya Janata Party and the NDA. So this is expected from the media. When a party loses, when a party is routed out, criticism has to be faced by that party, by that alliance. But having said that, we accept the mandate of the people and we will bounce back to win the confidence and the trust of the people of this country.
Mr. Narvekar, BJP's loss in 2004 is not at all comparable with the Congress defeat this time.
Maybe so, Mr.
It is not a question of numbers. It is not a question of number. Even the 1977 post-emergency defeat of the Congress cannot be compared with this defeat. This is a complete catastrophic destruction of the party.
Mr. Ketkar, I am not here to justify the defeat of the Congress party.
You are justifying it every minute.
I am speaking here on behalf of the UPA, and since the NCP is a part of the UPA, I have told you we have accepted the mandate of the people. We are extremely apologetic to the people of this country if we failed to gain their confidence, win their trust. And I assure you, we'll work
I think
tooth and nail.
Fine. Now your election speech
and
is
we'll
over.
bounce back.
Your election speech is over. Now let me just say one thing to Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Now that you've launched your NCP campaign here on Times Now, I just want to tell you, Ms. Joshi, and I'm saying this is complete earnestness. You know, a few years in journalism have taught me that no politician should believe or trust another politician who says, after you have been routed and you're in this bad situation, who comes and says, I am your friend and I have some advice for you, you can fall a little bit more. What Rahul Narvekar is telling you today, what the NCP is telling you is all is not lost, there is still room to fall further. What the NCP wants is for the Congress party to come down to single digits like the NCP itself, so that you can bargain as equals. You should probably, Ms. Joshi, be a little skeptical of this kind of advice that you are getting on television.
I thank God that
I've said it now. You said your piece, so did I.
I thank God that Arnab is not a part of this alliance.
NCP Congress alliance may break.
And NCP Congress alliance may break.
And it deserves to be broken because NCP Congress alliance has become a hurdle for themselves.
We are a mature party.
Yes.
We know how to come back. We know how to regain the people's confidence. We will work hard. The question here is not that we have not realized that we've been badly trounced, the worst defeat in the history of independent India. But that does not mean that we're not serious. We're extremely serious. As the oldest party, we want to regain the confidence of the people. And the time will tell you. We are going to work very hard. But if you want us
I heard that in December.
Leadership, that we are not going to do. That we are not going to do. Because it's not to please you or to
No, one sec, Siddharth.
They all are missing
the party
is the
will
leadership.
contemplate.
Siddharth.
It will see how we will go ahead. And we will go ahead with strength.
Yes, Siddharth.
I think the real, whatever Milind has said, Priya Dutt has said, or even seconded by Satyavrat Chaturvedi, or Mr. Ketkar is saying, and many other allies have spoken. The real issue is they are directly hitting out at the leadership. Now that is the question which none of them are willing to answer, neither Rahul nor the Rita ji is willing to answer.
Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh, you should be more. Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh, you should be more concerned about what your allies are doing and how they are putting you in a dock. First, you should get a strategy in place. The Shiv Sena talks a different language. Bharatiya Janata Party talks a different language. You sort out those differences. That's in the interest of the nation. You don't be worried about the UPA and its allies. The UPA and the allies know what they have to do. They know when to keep the alliance, when to break the alliance. You don't worry about it. You be concerned about your alliance. Because you're in government today. You are accountable to the people of this country. So you kindly make your alliance partners fall in line. And then point fingers at others.
I'm sure you must be thinking
the same.
Why did I leave this alliance?
Have you finished? Yeah, okay. Now,
15 years you've been out in Maharashtra. Your alliance has been rejected by Maharashtra for full 15 years.
Okay.
Well, you contemplate on those facts.
Rita ji,
you're only waiting on anti-incumbency.
Lok Sabha results in Maharashtra is enough for you to introspect what happened in Maharashtra.
Well, I'll leave it here.
I'll leave it here. For a negative wind to blow.
I'll leave it here. Ms. Joshi, the NCP is telling you, don't worry, you can fall further. You are telling us nothing basically is wrong.
I like the way Arnab Goswami speaks for the NCP. I think you need to become the spokesperson for
NCP. Congress alliance itself is a hurdle for the victory of the Congress and NCP.
Right. And the Congress party says this is no crisis. We have fallen in the past. We will come back in the imminent future. We'll wait, Ms. Joshi.
But we'll come up to it.
Well, I'm sure, Ms. Joshi, that you will, but whether you do with the same people and the same strategies is what the question is. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight.